Hi, welcome to Your Business, Your Rules. I'm Kat LeBlanc. This is the podcast for people who want to start and grow an online location-independent business so they can live a life of freedom and choice on their own terms. Welcome to episode 50. How to choose a niche if you love working on lots of different projects. And I can't believe we're at episode 50. It's so exciting. I'm so loving doing this podcast and I hope you're enjoying it too. Okay, so you will almost certainly have heard you need to choose a niche. This can make new entrepreneurs feel apprehensive for a number of reasons. First, people feel under pressure because choosing one thing means that pressure to make the right decision. Then, if you're someone who doesn't naturally focus on one project, it can make you feel like you're going against your nature to pick one thing and stick with it. So let's dive into how this all works. What are the reasons for choosing a niche at all? If you're not familiar with how business works, choosing a niche can sound like you're just being picky with who you take as customers, and why would you do that? Why would you want to turn money away? Why would you want to turn people away that you could help? The purpose of choosing a niche is to choose a message that will hit home for a particular audience. When you have a message or an idea that a group of people relate to and want to hear about, you can create blogs, videos, programs, and other content around that subject area, and people will want to keep receiving that information. If you don't have a message that a particular group of people wants to hear about, say, for example, you talk one week about choosing kids' vitamin pills, the next week you're talking about building a deck, most people won't stay interested because the range of topics is too broad. It will only take a few interactions with you to realize you're talking about something they don't care about and they'll move on. This means that your marketing will be ineffective and it's much harder than necessary to build your business. And practically speaking, it means it will be close to impossible for you to build an email list or social following, so you end up limiting yourself without some kind of niche, some kind of focus. Will not having a niche mean you can't get clients? No, that's not the case, but it is likely that you'll have to rely on word of mouth and your business will stay relatively small and not grow beyond a certain level. Okay, so what counts as a niche anyway? Does this mean you have to pick men or women or people in a particular age bracket or just talk about relationships or just food or whatever it is? So a niche just means that there is something that ties it together. So the subjects that you talk about are relevant to the people you're talking to. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to pick men or women, although frequently that does make your marketing easier. It doesn't mean they have to be in a particular age group. It also doesn't necessarily mean you have to pick just one of the things that you know how to do. What it means is your message, your subject area, has to stay relevant to a certain group of people, which opens us up to something really cool, and I call this idea niche zooming. What niche zooming is the idea that you can go super tight and stay super relevant to a group of people and create something very niche. But it is also possible to zoom out and stay relevant. As an example, people who are looking to grow their business are interested in copywriting and SEO and social media and publicity, just as examples. People looking to work on their money blocks may well really appreciate working with someone who has experience of coaching, NLP, kinesiology, and theta healing. Another example. As long as the elements or subjects you are talking about stay relevant to the audience, it works. And this is incredible news for people who just can't pick one thing, because they don't have to, right? Your niche is like this camera lens. You can zoom in and be super specific and focus on just one thing, but you can also zoom out and have more in the picture. As long as you stay relevant to a particular group of people, you can maintain their interest and it can work. If you want to find out if you have the tendency to spread your focus or if you're more likely to suit a tighter niche because you like to focus on less things, definitely take the Entrepreneurial Design Profile. That's at myentrepreneurialdesign.com. And the part to pay attention to is your focus type. Okay, so we've already figured out that it's okay if you're the multi-passionate type and if you like to have more projects because you can zoom out your niche. It doesn't have to be super, super focused. The other reason why it doesn't matter if you like to work on lots of projects or consider yourself multi-passionate is that by its very nature, business involves wearing lots of hats. Outside of your core expertise, at least in the beginning, there are going to be lots of things that need doing and they need to be done by you, at least at first. So you can have fun with this as well. It's also important to remember that you can experiment with your niche and find out what works for you in a low pressure environment. So whether you're someone who loves to have multiple projects happening at once, whether you're someone who likes to be super focused, you can try out your idea and refine it before completely committing to it. In fact, this is much better than going all in only to discover it didn't quite work or wasn't what you wanted anyway. So what I'm saying here is the two main concerns that come with choosing a niche don't actually have to be problems or concerns at all. First, you don't have to worry about getting it 100% right to start off with, because you really should try it out and experiment before going all in anyway. Then second, you don't have to pick just one super tightly niched thing if that doesn't suit you. The key is to stay relevant to the people that you want to speak to. I hope that was helpful, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thanks for listening to Your Business, Your Rules. I'm Kat LeBlanc. If you like this show, I'd love you to subscribe, share, and leave a review on iTunes. And if you'd like to continue the conversation, head over to my website at katleblanc.com. Until next time.